This ain't like G Unit versus Murder Inc., dog. You know what I'm saying? This is Drake versus Kanye, and all the old niggas on Kanye's side got something to say about Drake. Nobody from Drake's side has dissed anybody else from Kanye's side or Kanye.
At all.
Matter of fact, Kanye still works with a lot of people that work with Drake.
Still.
Matter of fact, Kanye still works with Drake. Drake still writes for that nigga. What the fuck? Like, they beef is dumb. So Consequence and fucking Pusha, even though I like Pusha's disses because I like Pusha when he raps.
Yeah.
But Consequence, fucking why? Guess who's back? Guess who's Bizak?
Yes, sir. Back in this bitch.
It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you.
Without a dope rhyme for you to step to.
Without some dope podcast shit for you to ride in your car and listen to. Talking about, what the fuck is these niggas talking about now? Yeah, man.
That's it.
Yeah, we back. We back. This is the Fuck That Shit Dog podcast.
Yes, sir.
I'm your boy Veezy.
Qurious.
Yeah, and the last 3 weeks been some fucking hell. But we here.
Still here.
We here. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere.
Not at all. Not at all. Trying to
just
make
gonna
even
let y'all
more
know.
connections.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let y'all know. Don't fret. We missed a week. We missed 2 weeks. We'll be back. We just gotta figure out how to, like, the thing. What I be wanting to do is like put on Facebook or Instagram, like, yo, such and such and such and such coming up. We'll be back on this day, or we'll be back on that day. But I don't really ever know what day I'm gonna actually post the damn shit.
Right.
Like, we've been doing it on Fridays, and I'm trying to get caught back up to trying to do them on Sundays again. But it's like, I don't want to say I'm gonna be back today. We'll be back this day, and then that day come up and shit happen. So yeah, I don't like trying to predict the future and shit.
Yeah, man. Our subscribers went up.
They did.
That's definitely a positive.
So that's the good thing is, even though in the last 2 weeks not posting much, the subscribers went up. That means activity on the shit still, still going.
I mean, like I said, it's a upward trend. We're just gonna keep it going. Definitely want to. We definitely talked about starting a little TikTok to try to, up our viewership a little more.
Yeah.
Then, even with that being said, I've been following the Black Effect thing. Even though we done dished, we dished Charlamagne a few times, but hey, man, if he took a listen to our material, you never know.
I mean, did we dish Charlamagne?
No, not necessarily, but
we dished Envy.
Yeah. Well, just hey, any ears that are willing to hear me and my boy, let's go.
Yeah, because we here. Yeah, man. And again, if you're watching this or listening to it on YouTube, go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and click that little bell for the notifications so that, when we drop the video, you ain't got to wait for us to come out and say, hey, the video's there. You all already know. It'll say FTSD Podcast has dropped this video for your listening pleasure.
That's it.
So tap in and come get this work. Now, we were supposed to record last week. If we recorded last week, it would have been the day before 9/11.
Right.
That's the day is 6 days after 9/11. But we still, being Americans, we still gonna talk about the shit. Let's talk about some shit.
Yeah.
Because, hey, I just, never forget, right? That's the slogan.
Never forget.
Never
it was
forget.
An inside job.
Never forget that the U.S. government executed an attack on American citizens in order to start the war on terror.
God damn.
That's what I got wrote down.
Yes, sir. I mean,
I'm just saying,
interesting.
look. I mean, it's always your prayers go out to the families who were affected by that shit.
Absolutely terrible.
But, you know, I don't have no misguided anger to, people that weren't involved with the shit. It's
I
too
agree.
much evidence that points to who actually was the orchestrators of that shit. You know what I'm saying? And we talked about it on that conspiracy episode we did. So
Yes,
we don't
sir.
really have to get into it.
No, not at all.
We don't really have to. But I did see something interesting. And I think you pointed this out a couple episodes ago.
Mm-hmm.
But nigga, since 9/11, you know the U.S. has spent $5.84 trillion on the war.
Come on.
$5.84 trillion on the war on terror.
Mm-hmm.
But they swear for God they ain't got no money to give black folks for reparations.
Come on. Bring it back, dog.
5.4 trillion.
And just think about it now. Now, what we're talking about is the spending on your tanks, your gas. This, that, not to mention the war contracts of some of these old white people
Yeah.
who own these companies. They've got rich off the war. War has been profitable for certain individuals in America, but
For a long time.
for a long time, there's been no exit strategy. That's how come everyone's so shocked about
they
what's
out
going on
now.
right now. Yeah, finally out, and the Taliban has taken over.
Mm-hmm.
But just a slap into those soldiers, or basically AKA poor people.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
and
mhm,
to the not my taxes crowd,
yeah,
here go your taxes.
they go your taxes.
$5.8 trillion since 2001. So over 20 years.
Yep.
I could pull up the calculator right now and divide 5.8 trillion into 20, but that's roughly, you know, 200 something, no, 300 something, no, 200 some
Mm-hmm.
hundred, 200 something billion every year. That's what I'm trying to say.
Basically, how do you like that shit, Patriots?
About
Patriots,
$200 billion a year.
libertarians. Fuck out of here.
$200 billion a year
Come
on a fucking war.
on a war.
290 billion. I'm still trying to do the math in my head. Cuz I'm like, all right, it's 20, so
Yeah,
I know
man.
10 would be 5, but then you divide by 2 cuz of the 2.
A lot of
I
paper.
do
man.
math crazy in my head.
A lot of paper, man. A lot of
Dog,
paper.
$200 billion, you know where that money could have gone? While we all the way over there fighting a war on something that don't fucking exist. Just like the war on drugs, you fighting a war on something that you cannot actually defeat in a war.
No,
How do you stop terror?
can't.
Because you can't defeat terror because what you're actually fighting, every country you go in, you pick one side, the other side is going to rebel. You fund one side, the other you create new enemies
Every time.
every time you make a decision. You create new enemies. Every house you bomb, you create a new enemy.
Create every time.
So I mean, it's just wasted money.
Yeah.
And the American people should be livid.
Still, it should be.
Not still, they should be livid. We
Should
should be pissed off that these numbers came out, and it's like, and we pulling out. Like, hold up, 20 years, 5.8 million, 5.8 trillion,
Mm-hmm.
and did we win?
Nope.
Did we even pinch the bitch?
Nope.
Like, what the fuck? Oh, they won? The Taliban won? Oh, nigga. Nick.
Hey, they got a billboard with Biden with a kufi on.
And it's fucked up for him because, like, you can't blame this one president.
Oh.
You can't, listen, 20 years.
20 years.
That's I want to say Yeah, 4 different presidents: Bush, Obama, Trump, Biden.
Right.
Because Bush and Obama both had 8 years apiece. Hey,
It's the mishandling of, you know,
and then, yeah,
of a conflict. It's the mishandling of a conflict in which a man who was trying to, which is documented, impress his daddy with being able to do something,
yeah,
go over there and take over that oil, and then had no exit strategy. And it went the span of 20 years of sending people over there, multiple tours,
for
creating
what?
PTSD for what? And you still don't have the oil.
And look, it don't even start with Bush,
Nope.
because it start with fucking Reagan,
They do.
because he's the one that funded whatever happened. I'm coming off of something that I read that I don't have in front of me again, but it boiled down to he funded something, and that something that he funded is what gave us uh
Saddam Hussein?
no, the
No.
other nigga, Osama,
Osama, yeah.
Osama bin Laden.
Who's a family friend of the Bushes.
Yeah,
But hey, we like I said, we ain't gotta go there.
like
But it's all true, goddamn it.
yeah, man, all of it,
It's all true.
all of it. So never
It's all
forget. If you want to remember something, never forget that.
true. Never get that. These white people be fucking with everybody.
All the little fanfare and memorials, they gotta do that shit. They gotta do that shit
They got to.
every year. All them people that lost their lives in that bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
All them people that lost their lives in that bullshit. They better do that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna, partake.
Well, I just say a failure of the government to protect its people once again, or or failure to actually execute the ideals or ideas that you guys have set forth in these documents that sound so beautiful, but it's
Right?
like you really about
You got to
power
think
and
about it like
influence.
this: the events surrounding 9/11 is why you know
Mm-hmm.
the national anthem is broadcast during sporting events now.
Come on.
Like it's all that shit is a scheme. We need more patriotism. Why did they need more patriotism at that time? To get the support to go over there, to get your support, the taxpayer, your support. So when they do go over there and waste these $5 trillion, $6 trillion, because it's more six than five,
Right.
you won't be so mad about it. Like
Because
y'all
you're
ain't so mad about it.
because you're a patriot.
But if a motherfucker even sneeze out free education for all Americans,
What?
not my
What?
fucking
What?
taxes.
Man,
Shut the fuck up to
dog.
all y'all.
I got a homeboy, man. I swear this nigga's Uncle Ruckus. This nigga makes so many. This nigga makes so many posts to just be like, just try to shit on Democrats. It's like, okay, I'm not the biggest Democrat fan either, but you clearly been drinking this crack of tea.
I don't understand black people that take sides. Like,
I don't take no sides.
watch that shit. I get my popcorn.
But just say, I'd rather
Like,
somebody say both sides are whack as
they
opposed
are.
to just, yeah,
Like, I
just
listen.
say both.
If somebody is saying something, if we're in a discussion on whatever the topic is, and I'm taking an anti, let's say if I'm taking an anti-Trump stance, me taking an anti-Trump stance does not mean that I'm taking a Democratic stance. I don't like Trump. I don't like Biden either. I don't like Hillary, Bill,
No, hell no.
Dukakis. Throwback to the fucking 80s.
Yeah, but I
Um,
mean, but the thing about it, like, what does that mean? It means that I am not. I am anti bullshit. I'm anti. Stop trying to dupe me. The
mhm,
Democrats have made all kind of promises they've never kept. It's all bullshit. The only thing that black people need is an independent black party
that's it.
for
Don't even need a
black.
party. We
Well,
just
just
need an
black. We just
independent
need just
black,
any independent anything.
independent black,
Yeah,
whatever you want to call it.
whatever you want to call it, and just stop that shit.
Like, and I was watching earlier today. I was watching the Blood Brothers,
Mhm.
that documentary about Malcolm X and Muhammad Ali. And like, because of course they always go into the history of things, and of course they brought up, how his father was a Garveyite, and how Elijah Muhammad came from the Garvey movement as well, and they always talk about that whole thing was separating from, basically just separating from the, what do you want to call it, the power structure, just separating from, I'll say, the dominant society, because that's what basically what they are, white white people. I mean,
I mean, so to speak, in so many
I don't
words,
like I
yes.
don't like looking at them as superior. I don't like when I say white supremacy. White supremacy is an ideology. It's a thought.
It's a thought.
That's If I say white supremacist,
That's a person.
that is a person who thinks a
They're
certain way.
mm-hmm.
That ain't me saying he is supreme.
Nah.
That's me saying he's a guy that thinks he is. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm a nigga that don't think he is
At all.
at all. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't like the term dominant society, even though when you look at it logically, they are.
Logically,
Everything in here is
economically.
controlled by them.
Yep. The police, the judge, the whole
Yeah.
fucking kit and caboodle. Everything.
So basically, the whole thing is us separating ourselves from that and being self-sustainable.
Yes, sir.
Our own government, internal to theirs, because we are Americans. So you do have to follow certain rules, but a certain sovereignty to where we govern ourselves. Like most Muslim communities and Jewish communities in the country, they
Yeah.
have a certain sovereignty to them. Because if you go to Dearborn, Michigan,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know which sect of Muslim it is, but that's a Muslim community, and they govern that shit.
Oh yeah.
Like Dearborn, that is their laws within American laws, because you can't, like, a lot of the more extreme laws that you see in the Middle East, shit won't fly here because of federal law.
Mm-hmm.
But within that, they still govern themselves.
Yeah.
Why black people can't do that? But we of the mindset that if we start talking about separating, oh, we're being racist. It's reverse racism. No, the fuck it's not.
We would. They have presented that as their counter argument
Yeah,
to us. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, as if we need them or just absolutely have to be around them at all times. And like I said, just like in the words of my dog Veezy, there's nothing wrong with a little bit of separatism.
man, I don't know how many times I can stress that shit.
Yep, there's nothing wrong with it.
But yeah, bro,
Yeah, so but it was good though. Blood Brothers was good.
man, that shit was it
Did it tell us
for
anything we didn't know?
hell yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's more on the dynamics of Malcolm and Muhammad's relationship. I mean, of course, the whole rift between Malcolm and Elijah Muhammad is really the, like, the kicking ass to what started their Malcolm and Muhammad's rift. But you know, it's a dynamic you really don't see. You don't see that uh in X, the movie. You don't see that in Ali. You don't see that in a lot of documentaries about Malcolm X and about Muhammad Ali, because they don't really talk about their relation. They talk about it in passing.
Yeah.
This talks about that dynamic as a whole, as a you know where you know where Muhammad stood once Malcolm was, you know, once he left the nation,
Right.
once he started, once he started, drifting away,
Mm-hmm.
and it kind of, you watch Godfather in Harlem.
Yep.
What episode you on?
I watched the whole first
Oh,
season.
the first season?
Yeah, I ain't watched the
You
second
haven't
one.
watched the second season at all. Okay, so without spoiling it, the second season is kind of playing out this documentary.
Oh yeah. They well, I mean, in the first season, it actually showed where there was certain things that Malcolm was doing that did not please
Mm.
Elijah Muhammad.
The first season of Godfather of Harlem is 1963.
Mm-hmm.
Second season is 1964. So
Mm-hmm.
all that went down was in 1960 up until Malcolm was assassinated. So Malcolm was assassinated in February of 65. All that, uh, the rift, him leaving the nation, that was 64. 63 was when Kennedy. That's when it started, when he said that shit about Kennedy. So it's playing out like that. But if you watch Godfather of Harlem and you watch Blood Brothers, like you kind of see, of course, Godfather of Harlem is fictionalizing it, so it's not gonna be historically accurate, but that dynamic is still there.
It paints a picture.
It's that dynamic of Malcolm befriending Cassius when he was Cassius, Muhammad when he was Cassius.
Oh yeah.
Um, him kind of being his spiritual advisor and everything. And then once Muhammad becomes champ, then the nation embraces him, right? And this is everything. I'm not spoiling anything. This is common knowledge. This is everything we know.
Right.
What the details I'm leaving out is once that rift becomes evident, like once that split is there,
right,
then it's like, Muhammad, where do you stand? And then you start seeing interviews of, they asking him questions, asking Malcolm questions about Muhammad, asking Muhammad questions, interviews I never saw before. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of paint the two of them in a different light because these is two of your heroes not getting along basically. And it is like, I'm gonna let you watch it, but it's because I don't want to. I keep talking. I'm going to spoil it. But yeah, it's good. It really is. And yeah, I brought that up because of the correlation to Garvey and Elijah Muhammad, what he was doing with the Nation of Islam, being self-sustainable, doing for self. That's the main message in both of them. Doing for self. And here we are in America in 2021, still haven't gotten that message, even though now you have Farrakhan keeping it going for the nation, and you have other, I won't call them leaders because we don't really have any leaders now, but
nope.
other figures having with those talking points.
Right.
Telling us that we don't need to be beholden to the Democrats. We don't need to leave the Democrats and go, like, I don't know why black people have this mentality that if I'm not a Democrat, I have to be a Republican. If I'm not a Republican, I have to be a Democrat. You ain't got to be neither.
Well, I mean, I get that, but it still is like, okay, if you're not voting with the majority, as though you still feel that your vote doesn't count. You want your vote to count if it does count.
You don't got to vote at all.
Well, but then you can't say that. You exercise your right. Now it's still your choice if you don't want to exercise your right to vote, but at the same time, you know, you don't have, like you said, you don't have to align yourself with a particular party because I don't believe everything this one says. I don't believe everything that one says.
Right.
You know,
I had a coworker back in Michigan. Dude, not even from America. He a foreigner, but it's a white dude. But he was like, if you don't vote, you shouldn't be able to say anything. You should just take it and like, no, no. I pay my fucking taxes. I can say what the fuck I want. Even if I don't vote, I can still talk shit about y'all for picking a shitty president.
Still.
Why the fuck didn't y'all You know what I'm saying?
But I mean, but still, yeah, freedom of speech is freedom of speech.
Because
So
it's like we don't understand the process, y'all. And we can go back and forth with people all the live long day when it comes to the two main niggas come November. But most people don't even know it's an entire process. You start out with about 500 presidential candidates
yeah,
in the beginning of what? I'm saying next year. Next year, people gonna start talking about I'm running for president in 2024. Kanye already said he was, but I don't think that is. You know what I'm saying? Then 2022 is when the shit really gonna start popping off because now they got to get their money straight. You know what I mean? So I don't know, but yeah, we did get off track. Never forget. Never forget. Never forget. Let's get to these quick hitters. Africa Bombata.
yeah. Let's go. Let's go.
Africa Bombata and the Zulu Nation sued for child sex trafficking under the Child Victims Act. Thoughts?
Um, this, this is it. This has been a story that's been brewing for at least
Couple
like six,
years.
7 years, and it's been uncovered. There's guys who spoke on it. A lot of people who spoke on it. The saddest thing about it is the fact that it came out now, but it's like when it was happening during these times, during the '80s, they made it seem like it was just what he did. It's shameful, and he deserves prosecution. But it's like, damn, why a member of hip hop, a founding father of this particular genre of music, and you was on some freaky oh
And
shit,
then it's the Zulu Nation. The
yeah,
niggas that was talking, they wasn't rapping about dumb shit. They was rapping about knowledge itself.
knowledge yourself.
You know what
You
I'm
know,
saying?
I mean, Zulu Nation is big, so it's like, damn, man, that was a huge blow, to me, to know that this story is particularly true.
That's another thing. Going back to Blood Brothers. The thing with Elijah Muhammad and his discretions, having them children with those teenage girls,
Yeah,
and it's like nigga said on there, separate the message from the personal shit. But it's like, hold on, cuz it's a
yeah,
70-year-old man
fucking with teens,
fathering children with 16-year-olds, 15-year-olds.
man, and that's crazy.
And because he brought a message, we
you,
supposed to be, you know what?
you
Yeah,
saw my
take
dog
the mess,
eyebrow.
take the message, take the message. Somebody else should have carried that message, and then y'all should have ostracized him.
Well, yeah, and you have to address this man as the honorable. My uncle's a Muslim, and it's like honorable Elijah. Man, he be like, dog, this nigga was molesting girls.
And
Like,
it's hard
fuck
because
out
it's
of here.
like you still see him because he dead, and it ain't shit we could do about
No,
it. You
absolutely not.
still see him as this polarizing figure. You know what I'm saying? The Nation of
He
Islam
is.
still the great honorable Elijah Muhammad. It's like they don't even, and I don't even want to speak on that because I'm not a part of that. I'm not a part of that, and I don't know. I really don't want nobody to come to me talking about you don't know what the fuck you talking about, man. Hey,
Yes, yeah, yes, you do.
I,
My dog's an intelligent human
I
being,
I know what I'm talking about. I'm just saying I don't know the inner workings of that organization. From what
man.
I'm about to say, from what I'm about to say about them still holding him, them still when they speak about Elijah Muhammad, it's still the great honorable Elijah Muhammad. You know what I'm saying? They still see him as the prophet. You know what I'm saying?
Understandable, but look, whatever the fuck dudes be saying as far as like with their vocabulary or how they supposedly present, black people we are the thing that for me, how I'm able to separate and how you were able to separate as well,
Mm-hmm.
to be romanticized with somebody who has charisma and to be like you believe wholeheartedly who this person is. I never for one instance forget the fact that that's just a nigga up there, man. That is just a nigga up there. Like, dog, Elijah Muhammad's name is Elijah Poole. He's from Deep Step, Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
That is 10 to 15 minutes from where my people are from.
Mm-hmm.
I might be even halfway related to his ass because my cousin's name is by the last name of Poole. Stephen Poole. Fuck that shit. But I might even be related to this nigga. But at the same time, dog, we just romanticize. But it's crazy.
But that's why I said you and I are in the Nation of Islam, so
Yeah.
we don't have that. That's
That-
why I said
you see him with
they.
these big eyes.
That's why I said they, and
Yeah.
that's why I went back and was like, I want to make sure I'm saying it because I don't want nobody coming at me talking about you don't know what you talking about. Like, bruh, I don't know anything about the Nation of Islam. Okay,
you
so
right.
whatever y'all talk about in that setting, I have no vision. I don't see any of y'all inner workings.
Okay.
That's just like you and your fraternity. Y'all got shit. You smacking your lips, but y'all got shit that people outside the fraternity aren't privy to. Information that people outside the fraternity aren't privy to.
True enough.
Masons, shit that people outside of Freemasonry aren't privy to.
Well, true enough.
You know, certain secret organizations, they're secret for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, your family. If shit happened inside your house, you got access to information that people outside your house ain't privy to.
But hold up. To bring it back to the point, is when we're looking at these particular things, man, but these things, some of this stuff is just facts. Now, what you're talking about is other stuff.
No, I'm not talking about. I'm talking about
Okay.
how a nigga like Africa Bambaataa, Elijah Muhammad,
Was able to get away with that stuff.
was able to do all that shit
Right.
when they did it.
Yep.
And now we can talk about it and be like, oh, that shit is fucked up.
That's foul as shit.
But back then,
Niggas like that
and then
shit
the nigga
right.
on TV talking about it, you got to separate the messenger from his personal life. And I'm saying, no, the fuck you don't. If he do some fucked up shit, you take his message, somebody else carry the message, and you ostracize him. But when I said that,
Right.
I'm saying that as somebody that's not in the organization.
I
don't have that reverence of Elijah Muhammad.
That's right.
That they do. So that's why I said I don't want nobody coming to me talking about you don't know what the fuck you talking about. I don't, because I'm not in your organization. I don't view him how you view him. Right?
Us here at FTSD, we approve Veezy's last message. Fuck them niggas and that bullshit they was on. We approve this message. Yes, we agree.
Okay, all right, we agree. So that's the main point. That's the main point. But that's basically what I was getting down to.
Yeah.
You take the message, let somebody else carry the message, and him having his personal life being what it was, you can't condone it.
You're right. That's the same as somebody saying, "Yeah, you gotta separate the man from him messing with them little girls." No, nigga, if you listen to a child molested ass nigga and you like his music,
Exactly.
No, dog, we not doing that shit, dog.
Exactly. That's like, all right, R. Kelly, to bring him back up again.
Surprise, motherfucker.
I don't know if that works.
But it relates.
Yeah,
but it relates.
Yeah, to bring him back up.
So look, as if So like, okay, I like that you made this scenario. Like, okay, like I say, you have a family. And
This
you
was
had
supposed to
this,
be a quick hitter.
yeah. Well, you have a family, and you had this dude who supposedly been touching the little niece or whatever, and it's like these
Dog.
things been going on, and it's like it is basically related to how black folks treat molestation and all that stuff. Like, dog,
Yeah.
you should have ostracized, beat his ass,
And that's why I'm
shut him
saying
from the
we
family
saying
then
that
after the fact.
as not being a
A
part
part,
of
yeah.
that family. You don't know what that nigga mean to his family
That
with his
might
nasty
he might
ass.
be the biggest breadwinner in that bitch.
With his nasty
With his
ass.
nasty ass.
And if that shit come out, then that mean that whole
It's
family,
fucked up.
like, nigga, you seen it. I don't have nobody in my family that's nationally known. So, but you seen how certain families have to deal with what they father done or what they uncle Larry Hoover family. Like, nigga, sins of the father. That whole family is looked at like that whole like, come on, man. You heard him speaking about it on the Kanye shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. Like, to certain people, let me stress this. To certain people, Larry Hoover won't be anything more than a thug, a gangster. Right? But to that man family,
He was he
and
was that nigga.
yeah, and GD's,
He's
he a
definitely that nigga.
legend.
Yeah.
BMF, Big Meech, to his family and the BMF and people who was around during that time.
Definitely.
Yeah. But in certain circles, Big Meech is nothing but a drug dealer and a murderer. I don't even and all that is alleged because I don't know anything around that case. I know the legend of BMF. I don't know why he went. There's a lot of stuff that I don't know, y'all.
Nothing wrong with that.
It's
We've
a
seen
lot
the
of stuff.
documentary. We've seen the
Yeah,
documentary.
if you seen the BMF documentary,
It's all
I'm
good.
just not finna sit here and
Yeah.
start talking
We,
about
we,
shit.
we can
that I
move
don't
on.
know.
We can move
Yeah.
on. But great point.
You
though.
sure you want to move on to this next topic?
What is it? What we on? Where we at? Where we at?
Your boy won. Your boy album drop.
Ooh.
Oh
Oh, dog. This nigga the worst. Dog, I saw the Breakfast Club interview.
I didn't watch it. I won't watch it. But you go ahead and break it down. What did he say?
Basically, I mean, he talked about some of his supposed, I guess, the pressures of trying to follow up Old Town Road and just trying to be, I guess, free as an artist and all this stuff. And, I guess talking about his own mental health.
Mm-hmm.
It was crazy, but the thing about the interview that stuck out to me was the energy of the host of the Breakfast Club. If you look at the energy they had
Which
for him,
host?
all of them
Oh,
niggas,
you said hosts.
yeah,
Oh,
hosts,
okay.
yeah, the energy they had for him versus the energy that they had for Bootsy, it was a totally different energy in the room, and it was as if they were just
Because
trying
it's
to,
what we talked about. They welcoming.
yeah, and they're championing it, and it's like, okay, this is my thing. The man is allowed to be an artist. He got the views. People are supporting it, but it's not like you have to be like, this is the shit. This is the new wave. Everybody else
That's
should
the
be
reason. That's the reason I didn't watch it. Because I don't mind watching an interview of an artist, and you want to talk about the music, fine. And then of course, with this particular artist, you do have to talk about some of the crazy shit he doing. But at the same time, I know who's at this interview, and I just don't want to see the placating. I don't want to see Charlemagne and a bunch of girlfriend jokes. And I ain't seen the interview, but I can imagine it was a whole bunch of flirting going on between him and him.
but it's just silly, and it's like,
I
man,
seen it. I saw the motherfucking the first Flame interview
Mm-hmm.
with the Black Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
Dog, I wouldn't know if Charlamagne wasn't gay.
The way dog be talking, but you just wonder, like, man,
It's like we said last,
to
you ain't
be,
got to play them gay games just to show them that you are cool with it.
and that's just it's just crazy. It's mind boggling to me. I feel like even watching the interview, I watched like maybe like a little over 50% of it.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't learned nothing really. It was just really more or less talking about how he's pushing boundaries and all this, supposedly pushing boundaries by just basically being perverted and weird.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, okay, so now you got
You know who
him.
else did that shit?
What's that?
Marilyn Manson. He ain't doing nothing new.
Yeah, he's not doing nothing new. I mean,
The funny thing is Marilyn Manson ain't gay.
no, no, he actually got a couple lawsuits about that nigga doing some old submissive crazy shit, locking hoes in dungeons. So I don't know what that nigga ain't doing.
And that's why niggas was pissed off about having him on Kanye album, even though I don't hear him.
Like at all. But then he's like, you got a Kid Cudi, this dude walking around with a skirt and fingernails painted and all that stuff. It's like, dog, if these dudes want to come out and say,
Russell Westbrook.
yeah, like, so what, we're trying to normalize black men in dresses? Like, I get
They
it.
been trying to normalize that shit.
And they don't. They just think, oh, I'm just expressing myself.
But it's just like the imagery we talked about last week.
Yeah,
Come
we
on,
talk
man.
about it.
Dude won video of the year at the VMAs.
No,
And the reason
so trash.
And the reason I brought up his album dropping, I guarantee you that nigga win album of the year. Cause they already it's getting rave reviews. Rave reviews. I never heard it. I'm not gonna listen to it. I'm not a fan of dude. It's not that I just don't care if it's music. Old Town
So
Road
is he
is
rapping
the
or
only
singing?
song I really heard from this nigga.
Yeah, is he rapping or singing?
Don't know, don't care.
And it's like his lyrics or whatever he said. I know he did make a song with Nas. I did. Of course, I'm listening to it for the Nas verse. That's the song was
Nas' his favorite rapper. His nigga's name is Lil Nas X.
uh,
Nas is his favorite rapper. I knew that about him because of an interview he did when Old Town Road came out when he was just a regular nigga before he even said he was gay.
Well, either way, I'm sure the shit is trash by my standards, but you never know. But,
I don't know.
Yeah,
You know what? Just to be objective, I might get a shit a listen. I don't know what to expect though because I already know there's the song that he got the video to, not Montero, the other one, probably on that album, the Jail one.
Oh yeah.
That shit probably on the album. I don't even want to hear that song just based off the video.
Yeah, like how can somebody think that's entertaining? But anyway, not to come off like no hater. Hey,
I'm just
man, do what you do. But
what I got
I'm
from
not championing that
what I
shit.
got from what I was seeing on Twitter is that it's an album that you can dance to,
Okay.
which is cool. Which is cool. I'm just saying because of who he is and what he been going through, I guarantee you it ain't got nothing to do with the music. I guarantee you he win album of the year. And if he don't,
I'll be surprised.
y'all can pull this back up and talk all the shit you want, but I will be surprised like a motherfucker if he don't.
Well, I'll put like this. You know what? What would make him more of a, I guess.
Now, if the album is, I'm sorry, if the album is worthy of album of the year, fine. That's why I want to listen to it.
I doubt it, but like I said, if dude was just saying, "I'm a gay black male who makes music," and this, like, okay, that's
Frank
fine.
Ocean gay, and I love his music.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If that's what you do, all right, fine. But the whole like you got to pose.
Luther
with the baby.
Vandross was gay.
Yeah.
Now tell me who don't love Luther.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, dog, you got to pose naked. You got to act like you're having a baby, like you're not a woman. Like
Elton John's fucking gay.
Yeah, but like certain imagery is like you doing it, and like they talk about you troll the industry, you do stuff to, I guess, make people talk about you, and it's like for perversion.
He the gay 6ix9ine.
Come on,
you keep your name in the industry so people don't stop talking about you. Doesn't matter what the product is. It could be trash. You still getting talked about, and because you on that spectrum, that side of the spectrum, you already they're already looking at you like you got so much going against you. So you the underdog,
So you ain't got no choice but to
bruh.
win, huh?
Album of the year,
I'm be surprised.
and I guarantee you, I'm waiting on Kendrick to drop. And if this shit is as fire as I'm expecting it to be, and anything else wins album of the year over it,
It's a gay agenda.
it's a gay agenda.
Gay,
Whoever win that shit if it ain't Kendrick, nigga.
for real, it's a gay mafia now.
Stupid, man. Hey, let's move on because this next shit ties
What is-
exactly into that shit.
what is
You
that?
heard about China and the sissy idols?
So, I like that. I like that story. I heard that story, but you know what?
Hmm.
I'm not saying I'm a communist, but I respect the hell out of that move. That's all I'm saying. I respect the hell out of that move. I don't want to see that shit. Remove
telling
that
you.
shit from my eyesight. We can learn a lot from China.
See, that's the thing. Certain aspects of life being controlled.
Yeah.
But then again,
That's
dog.
another perspective. That's another
But then
perspective.
again, what if they said we don't want to see no black people on TV
Oh,
ever?
there it is.
So then it's a problem.
It's a
So
problem.
that's where it's like we cool with it up until it affects us. That's why I can't be cool with it.
All right.
But I know why China is doing it.
Why?
Because they want to, again, exude strength. You go over to China and you turn on the China TV show and this sissy come on TV. And you like, what? This is what China look like? They always got a sissy ass Chinaman in a movie just to make fun of China.
They do.
In American movies.
They do.
You know what I'm saying?
They do. They're mocking
They do
them.
it to mock Chinese people. And Chinese people, the Chinese government hates that shit. So it's like, nigga, if we take this shit off the TV, then you don't have nobody aspiring to be this character. I'm not saying that it's gonna stop somebody from being gay. I'm saying they don't want that motherfucker on TV.
Yeah.
They don't want people aspiring to be that character on TV to portray that as China to the rest of the world.
Yeah. There's several sitcoms in which they're the gay. There's what's that thing called? The super. It's like Walmart, but it's a show. It's a
Costco?
comedy. No. It's a show. It's called like the Superstore. It's called Superstore. Something like that. It is a comedy. Come on NBC, and the spicy guy is the Asian guy.
It's probably the same spicy dude from Entourage.
I don't know. He kind of chubby, black glasses, but
The same nigga from Entourage.
okay. Well, that's him.
About this tall, chubby, got the little Adam, the slick hairdo.
Yeah.
That's I was gonna say Adam ruins everybody hairdo.
But it's in several sitcoms.
He in a lot. He was in fucking One-on-One. Bruh, every time, I'm telling you, he was typecast for a long time. Matter of fact, he is typecast because every time they need a spicy Asian, he's the nigga that gets the part. Every time. And I guarantee you, motherfuckers in China is like, this is what motherfucking Americans think of us.
When we see his eyes, we going to
now we can't stop him. But he can't come back.
He can't come back. They can hop him.
And anybody that want to be like him, you ain't gonna be on China TV.
Straight up. That shit crazy.
But because of it's a freedom thing, I can't be cool with the act.
I respect that.
I can understand why you don't want your men being portrayed like that on TV.
Yeah, but I mean, as a heterosexual male, to see these particular images all the time, infused in all the programming.
When you
Get it.
yeah,
You be
when
like,
you
fuck that
put
shit.
when you put here's a good way to break it down. When you put somebody on TV, you put them on TV as somebody you want somebody to aspire to, right? If you put a hero on TV, you want it to be somebody that kids look up to, somebody that they'll want to be. That's why when they put fucking cops on TV, like the show Cops, you don't never see the cops failing. You don't never see a motherfucker getting away from the cops. They always catch the bad guy.
Always.
You know what I'm saying? And they don't. It don't be them cases where they in the dead wrong. It always be something where the guy fucked up. Like, yeah, you fucked up, dog. That's why you on cops. And they make police officers look good. Until you turn on the news and you see a real video
Not shit getting solved.
of a dickhead cop
Hurting
kneeling
somebody.
on somebody's neck for 9 minutes.
You going to jail now? You going to jail now? You going to jail?
And that's the reality.
That's the reality.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I'm with you, dog.
China, I understand. The reason I can't be cool with it is because if you said that shit, that if it was like, we don't want dark Chinese people on TV, now I got a problem. So if I got a problem with it, then I got to have a problem with this.
Yeah, we can't be double standards.
Exactly. Megan Thee Stallion was nominated for BET Lyricist of the Year.
Now, I've been waiting for this topic. Now, mind you, I'm going to say it now. She can rap. She can rap. But if that does not let you know how weak, how watered down, how lame rap is at this particular point in time,
Lyricist of the Year.
no, that means that she said something profound and great on one of her
When?
songs. That's what I'm saying. Like that is a fuckery topic right there. Like what? Like who are we talking about?
She in the category with Nas.
What she said is better than none
Nothing.
ever in her life. Like
This is why I don't fuck with BET. This is why I don't fuck with BET. Because y'all ain't nothing but MTV Junior.
that is a great assessment. Even though they're both owned by Viacom,
Black
yes,
MTV.
that's it.
Or MTV for niggas. That's it. Because y'all owned by Viacom.
Yeah.
So MTV for niggas would be more appropriate.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
Because you ever, like, you notice the change in programming once Viacom took over.
Oh yeah.
BET started to be more and more like MTV.
Yeah. No more Ed Gordon. No more Black News.
No more Saturday football games.
No more Teen Summit.
Man, no more Teen Summit.
Like, talking about, they used to talk about real topics that dealt with us.
They show the fuck kept Uncut on for a long ass time though.
Don't fuck with Uncut, dog.
I was gone. Been
Yeah.
gone. But they left it on for a while.
They did.
That was the last one to go.
But you know what I'm saying? If she gets it, salute to her. But at the same time, as a rap connoisseur,
No, if she get it, hell no.
I mean, I don't like it, but as a rap connoisseur, I don't like it.
Fuck would no. She ain't a lyricist.
No, I don't believe so.
She a good rapper that can keep a pocket.
There you go.
But she rarely comes outside that pocket.
She don't say anything. No,
if you say the baby got one style,
she definitely got one style. Definitely got one style.
And we gonna talk about the baby in a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, lyricist of the year, no.
Yeah.
What has she said? What song has she come out and said anything worth being called lyricist of the year?
Anything rewind worthy. Like,
bruh, you shouldn't even be able to get lyricist of the year if you can't go a whole song without cussing. Or talking about your dick, pussy, shooting somebody.
Or just
you have to say something that is just out of the ordinary, out of the box, crazy. Like Outkast. I don't know if if Outkast was fucking active, if this version of the BET Awards was active when Outkast was active, Andre 3000 would probably win that shit almost every year if it was based on what real lyricism is about.
Oh, the nigga said, okay, and we haven't got to the verse yet. This nigga said something about maybe something about laying on the grass with his some blade of grass sticking in his back, something crazy, like remembering his mama. Like that was lyrics.
It's
Like that
so
was a deep ass.
detailed.
There's a deep ass verse. That's a verse. That's a verse.
And we'll get to that.
But anyway,
Matter of fact, we act that. That's the next topic. Kanye track, Life of the Party. Kanye diss Drake on it. Eh. But Andre 3000 killed that motherfucker.
he killed it. Dog, the way that man start that thing off, man, it make you start thinking about your own mama. Your mama, you know what I'm saying? Your people
Nigga.
still here. But just it was so deep, so great. And it just like almost this man just does features so effortlessly. You know. And honestly, I think
And it's like, dog.
he'll never drop an album.
And it's like, damn, why not?
He just
Please
likes doing what he
do.
do. He just like dropping little features. That's what he like.
I know.
And I get why.
And I don't dock him for that. There's other niggas that do.
Yeah, no, I don't dock
drop no album. Fuck that. He
but I
dropped
get why.
7 albums. He was in Outkast. There's 7 albums of Andre 3000
Outkast.
rapping his ass off.
Yeah, but
you don't need a solo album.
Because if you have an album, what does an album mean? You have to go on press runs and promo tours, and you have to do all this stuff.
All
and
that,
trying to push it. Like the dude is a for real natural introvert.
Yeah,
this nigga do not want to fuck with none of that shit.
Yeah, true, true.
So I respect it, and so also like I said, excellent verse. Let's get to the Kanye part of it though.
Go ahead.
Kanye is retarded. Point blank. Period. Don't pass go. This nigga claimed the gang in the verse. This nigga tried to diss. He
said on GD.
On GD. Nigga, you are not no vice lord, whatever. Like, so then he also, he dissed. The niggas is lame. This nigga talked about their group text and saying, like, just how basically their miscommunication just led to this whole thing. And it was like 2 or 3 times. Mm-hmm. He said on GD, dog. And like, man, it was like I said, I put like Kanye fucked up the song. Nigga, you should have rapped about your mom, nigga. Like,
and that's, bruh.
Like, he was so off topic.
How do you get the song back from Andre 3000? Because he said your verse wasn't on there when he got it. How do you get this song
and that's
back?
What you do to it.
And then
And that's what you do to it. Like, Drake was on your mind that bad to mention him 3 times. Like, shit. You clearly seem like you're obsessed with the dude.
But this is what I'll give Kanye credit for. He didn't leak that verse. He didn't leak that song. Drake leaked it. So maybe it's a thing where Kanye sent it to Drake like, yeah, nigga, this is what I did to you. Thinking that, Kanye think everything he do is amazing. So, and Drake was like, oh, okay. And dropped that shit like, y'all, look what he did to me.
I mean,
I don't get them to. Will y'all stop? Just stop. Hug and stop.
I like what Styles P said. He commented on the beat. Somebody interviewed him and he commented. He said it's a worthless battle. Like, none of y'all don't want to see each other. You don't want to put hands on each other. Like, you just putting little jabs in songs. And it's exhausting because it's really like, I got a bigger pool. No, I got a bigger pool. I got a nicer car. I got the bitches. No, I got the bitches. Nah,
y'all niggas need
to
just sit in the room together and have a roasting session and then be friends. Because that's all y'all doing.
That's it.
It's either a roasting session or a dick swinging party.
That's it.
Or dick swinging competition. That's what I meant to say. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Do something.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm not a fan of the beef. And with that being said, I'm a big fan of Pusha T, And I don't really think Pusha T's talking about him in every song, but since he's done it so much, every time he does a verse, niggas just assume you talking about Drake. Like the niggas say anything, I want to smack the crown off here. She's talking about Drake smacking the crown off Drake's head. Like, dog, the nigga you can't even write a verse no more because they think you
Right.
represent Drake all the time. Crazy.
Right. And then Consequence jumped in it.
Oh man, did you hear it?
I didn't.
Let me tell
Listen,
you.
and I'm gonna tell you why I didn't.
All right, tell you what. Tell me.
Cause Consequence, why? For what? Did Drake diss him?
No.
See, look, this ain't like G Unit versus Murder Inc., dog. You know what I'm saying? This is Drake versus Kanye, and all the old niggas on Kanye's side got something to say about Drake. Nobody from Drake's side has dissed anybody else from Kanye's side or Kanye.
At all.
Matter of fact, Kanye still works with a lot of people that work with Drake.
Still.
Matter of fact, Kanye still works with Drake. Drake still writes for that nigga. What the fuck? Like, they beef is dumb. So Consequence and fucking Pusha, even though I like Pusha's disses because I like Pusha when he raps.
Yeah.
But Consequence, fucking why?
I heard the track. When I say it is one of the worst diss tracks I've ever heard in my life. When I say, dog, I never ever heard a track and I was like, dog, that nigga, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you know how somebody like slides you something? Like, dog, nigga, you just slide that shit right back. Like, no, you have that. That shit was so trash. Like, that nigga was, dog, terrible. It was the worst diss track. Dog, terrible beat, terrible artwork that went, like, dog, and the way it came out like a day after the Life of the Party.
Yeah, I know.
And it was like, okay, you drop some artwork with it. Like, this gonna be your come up.
Nigga, Cons is back. Bitch, shut up.
Nigga, ain't nobody anticipating you, nigga. You a ghostwriter. Stay in the background.
Stay a ghostwriter.
Worst diss track I ever heard in my life.
Bro, that's like if motherfucking, what's my nigga name, dog? I had it on the tip of my tongue and then I lost it. The other nigga that write for Kanye. If Sci-Hi come up and diss Drake, I'ma lose it. Nigga, why?
And he wouldn't. I don't think
Sci-Hi won't. But if he did,
he's a great rapper though. By the way.
Now if Sci-Hi did come out and diss Drake, I imagine that shit would be fire. But he won't do it. He don't need to. But what? Let this nigga fight his own. Is it because y'all write raps for Kanye that you feel like you have to just, since I write, he might want to use this. So I'm gonna write it and then I'm gonna rap it. And if he don't want to use it, I'm gonna put it out anyway. Because that's maybe it's gonna give me some shine. Consequence, you looking real Cassidy-ish right now, nigga.
Real Cassidy-ish. But dog, if you want to laugh and be like, want to know what trash, like some more trash, dog, check it out.
Nah, I'm straight. I'm good. I saw he dissed him and I was like, fucking why?
That's all he did.
Drake probably listened to this shit like, fucking why? Who?
Laughing at that shit, sipping champagne in a 100-foot pool with some hoes.
Man. And then still on. Now Drake, fucking they was catching flack. This was from, a couple weeks ago. Like I said, we ain't recorded in a couple weeks. So the TSU song sampled Half on a Baby. And they was catching flack for that because the song gave R. Kelly writer's credits.
You shouldn't have used that shit. That's all that's to you. Shouldn't have used it.
Like the nigga 40 came out and he's trying to explain this shit. Like, well, I mean, he's not even singing on it. Like, all right, if he ain't singing on it and you didn't use any of his words, then he shouldn't get writer's credits. Just the song samples, yada yada yada. Nah, he gotta be. His vocals have to be on the song for him to get writer's credit.
Yeah, and man, in this sensitive ass time, the dude name is just shit. So, got his name on a project.
Bruh, if you out there and you got a project with R. Kelly on it, scrap that shit.
Scrap
it
that
ain't
shit.
going nowhere. It could be the coldest song ever written.
Burn that bitch.
Just let it go. Just let it go. Get another nigga to sing it. And if R. Kelly did the production on it, have somebody else just make a different beat to it.
For real.
Because that song ain't going nowhere.
Burn that shit. Fuck your hard drive, nigga.
Dog, I can't wait till Kendrick come out, man. Dog, please bring us back, K. Dot.
Please.
Please.
Please, man. I'm waiting for some rap. Like, I got my gangster shit. I can listen to Griselda all day, but I do want some lyrical fire. Like, they you know.
You know what?
Yeah.
Because I like Griselda, too. I'm not as big on him as you are.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, I like the baby. I like Lil Baby. Like, I'm kind of just like, you know how you on a raft? I'm floating right there. I'm floating right there. Like, I'm tolerating, but it's not tolerating because I actually like their music.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm cool right here on this new wave of music that is it's younger niggas. It's it's probably not something I would listen to in the early 2000, that era. But it's cool for right now. The beats is jamming and they go. And that's all I can expect. When I get my niggas coming out, when I get my Coles, Crit gotta be coming out with something soon. K Dot coming out with something soon. Nas keep releasing music. Royce come back and give us something else.
Yep.
Like, as long as y'all keep giving me, I can live with the baby, Lil Baby, and even some of these other cats that, if they got a song on the radio or something, or a song that jumps on to, how when you listen to Pandora, and if you listen to a certain song, you just let it go.
Yeah.
Like, you'll hear, they'll just start playing songs. Yeah. You get one, that's what I call the radio. You get one come on, and it's like, oh, I never heard this before. Who's this artist? And then you get surprised by who the artist is. You're like, oh, this spot him got him. This spot him got him? Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
Oh, God.
All right.
That's my new rap name, nigga.
No, I say that's what I call the radio.
That's cool. Still a good rap name.
Oh, spot him got him.
Yeah.
Dog, shout out to him because he no, I'm just saying to laugh at. See, I should have brought this up in the beginning of the episode. He was in a drive-by in Miami.
Oh, that's a real person.
See, yeah, nigga, you ain't know that?
I heard something about somebody getting
Dog,
shot.
he from here.
From here?
Spot him got him is from here.
Oh, they. I heard something about a
But yeah,
drive-by.
he was involved in a drive-by in Miami in critical condition. So prayers out to his family.
Up.
But that's just like I was saying last week when I was talking about the reason why I like bringing that shit up in the beginning. Cracking jokes in there. Man, such and such got shot. Oh, damn.
That's fucked up. Shit's real.
In the midst of laughing. So yeah. Boosie releases the trailer to his biopic, My Struggle. Seen it?
So I saw it. I'm excited to see it. Dog, you know what? Truth be told, when we was in school, I was like, who the fuck is Lil Boosie? I was like, this shit sucks.
I said, what kind of name is Webby and Boosie?
Yeah, I was like, dog, this shit is trash. But one time I was on a road trip and I heard that song, Baby Mama, trying me. Dog, I was like, dog, this shit kind of good. And I was, listening to some more music. I'm like, oh, he can rap. he's a pretty great rapper.
Yeah.
And he drops a lot of material. Like, I'm very interested in his life story.
That's why I like giving some of these dudes chances, because it's just like, I had that same reaction. Whatever I don't know what the first Webby and Boosie song I heard was. Nigga, then you hear "Wipe Me Down" and
Yeah.
all these other cold ass songs they got out, and it's like, oh, these niggas is legit.
Yeah.
What? Why would y'all? Why is that the introduction? Why is this the intro to y'all? I should have. This is what I should have first heard.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah. They got somebody in there looking like C Murder. They got.
that's Boosie. Oh no. That's the. Is that supposed to be C Murder?
Yeah, I think one of
Oh,
them dudes.
oh yeah. I
Like
know what
they're
you're talking
supposed to
about.
be locked up in Angola together.
I know what you're talking about.
But it looks very, very interesting.
That nigga look just like C Murder.
Yeah, and I think it's going. And honestly, I believe it's going to do well. I think it come out this month, like in about a week.
It come out
Like
next week today, next Friday.
And he did like his own production, and everything. Boosie about to get paid
Directed
off of
that
it.
shit.
He about to get paid off of it because man, his story is interesting. Like we come from an era where the rappers you wanted to be like those dudes. You thought they were cool. You thought how they move was cool and all
Right.
that stuff. Like to me, these niggas today, I be like, oh, these niggas is
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like there's nothing about you want to aspire to, be like. Half y'all niggas look very effeminate. We gonna use that word.
Right.
So, but very, very, very excited to see that. What's it called? My Struggle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see that. Fat Joe and Ja Rule versus. Did you watch it?
Saw a little bit. Now, look, the nigga called these hoes dusty bitches, dusty crackhead bitches.
Dog, you was talking about Vita.
Yeah, that shit was
No.
messed up.
Yeah.
I mean, it was messed up, but I like Remy Ma's thing. Like it was about the show, even though he went out of pocket, and he still apologized after the fact. It was like they were trying to push the issue.
Did he apologize to Vita?
Yeah, he apologized to both of them. He said, "I love y'all my sister." Like immediately,
Oh, okay.
immediately.
Because
It
that
was
nigga
like,
showed there was like, they need to get something to eat. Oh my god, damn.
I mean, but this is the thing. As much as people will always trash and laugh at Ja Rule, but we were there in that particular time.
Nigga, Ja Rule worked that entire versus. I got my score sheet right here.
What your score sheet say? They say he whooped them.
Fat Joe won 3 rounds.
Now, mind you, now 3 platinum albums back to back, hits after hits. Like you can say he's the butt of all those 50 Cent jokes all you want to. He had a great career. Ja Rule is nice.
That nigga was the singing nigga before.
We went to a Ja Rule joint when he was in concert at Flavors.
That was Ja Rule?
Yeah, he's at Flavors.
That wasn't Ja Rule.
We saw icons at Flavors, and
We saw a lot of motherfuckers at Flavors.
yeah, but
I'm still pissed. I missed.
but I seen Ja Rule though.
That was Ja Rule.
Yeah,
oh yeah, because that wasn't Ja Rule.
Maybe.
At Flavors.
Whatever club we went to, if it wasn't Flavors, because I seen Ja Rule at Daytona.
Was it Holla Holla Ja? Nah, that wasn't Holla Holla Ja Rule.
Yeah, because they did. Because I remember because they did song cry, whatever. I cry, you cry, we cry together, and everybody was saying that stupid shit. They did that, and we all, as the whole crowd, we said that. I cry, you cry, we cry.
Right, if I was there, I was drunk.
Yeah,
and I don't remember that shit.
I was fucked up more than likely.
I remember seeing fucking Lil Wayne.
Nah, I ain't ever seen Wayne.
Was he at Flavors or was he at South Beach?
I know Juvenile's at the park.
Yeah, I remember that.
We try to walk up on, well, not necessarily like you just out there with his tour bus.
I remember walking past Lil Zane at the Adams Mark on VCR. Short
good
ass
time.
nigga.
good times. Let you know, boy, that them TV cameras make everybody look good.
Nah, he's short on TV. Mm-hmm. He real short in real life.
But yeah, what we was talking about?
Ja Rule.
Yeah. He did his thing.
Hey, listen. I want versus to take a break. Stop rushing to just throw shit out. first and foremost, I don't want to see another New York rap verses.
Yeah.
Let's take a break from New York niggas. Move to another region. Find some acts that y'all ain't really, bigged up yet. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Cause y'all done gave us the locks, Jadakiss twice, and then we seen Jadakiss again on this one. This nigga gonna be on every verses. It's like, dog, I understand the mecca hip hop shit and everything, but damn, unless y'all giving me Hova and Nas, I don't want to see another New York verses.
I get that.
Because who are you going to get?
Well, I don't think they can do anymore. You can't scrap G Unit together. All them niggas don't
Them
like
niggas
each other.
hate each other.
Yeah.
Lloyd Banks hate 50, 50 hate Buck, Buck hate the whole crew.
Everybody.
And you ain't getting Game. That's a versus I would like to see though.
Who that?
Game and 50. If they could make it happen. You can't. But nigga.
That nigga getting his feelings and be ready to fight on stage.
Both of them.
They both sensitive ass big niggas.
Oh.
50 big as hell.
Dog, what happened to the Eminem verses?
With who?
Anybody.
I don't know.
Even though we talked about Eminem gets washed, but he was supposed to do a versus with Snoop. Then that didn't happen, and Snoop ended up doing it with DMX, which DMX should have been DMX and Ja Rule in a versus. That makes more sense than anything.
That was their time period.
Yeah. Snoop
with anybody.
Yeah. Where's the Busta versus?
I've heard of wouldn't mind doing the Busters with Eminem. You know,
Not Busta and Eminem.
I've heard it thrown around.
If that's the one they gotta do, cool.
So, but let's go.
Where's Twister? Why y'all ain't reaching out? See,
you're right. There's different reasons.
There's a bunch of fucking, if you want to call them B-list rappers with deep catalogs, that they can reach out to. But they like,
well, hold on.
You want to give us Fat Joe? We had to sit through 20 Fat Joes. I don't know 20 Fat Joes.
I was gonna get to that.
How many of them goddamn songs did you know?
I will get that. So what people don't really understand is Fat Joe had somewhat of a decent career in the beginning, right? So like, he was with Lord Finesse and all them.
Yeah.
But he didn't go platinum until Don Cartagena.
Right.
Don Cartagena dropped in 2000. Ever since then, he reinvented himself with singles.
Right.
That he did. Like, we're talking, like, people really thought it was going to be a good matchup. In my mind, maybe I might have thought it was a good matchup, but Ja Rule got
Nigga, Ja Rule has hits that you can't put
like
up.
Radio.
You can't put cult classics up against Ja Rule catalog. Because this nigga gonna bring out J-Lo.
He got
and drop a number one hit.
Yeah, like,
Billboard #1.
Yeah.
Not #1 rap song, the #1 song.
At what point Ja Rule was the #1
Bruh,
rapper?
you know what the funniest shit was? This nigga said, bruh, this shit was #1 on Billboard for 11 weeks. This nigga Fat Joe said, I got one that was #1 for 43 weeks. Lean Back was not #1 on Billboard for no 43 motherfucking weeks.
I know you did the research. Did you do the research?
I didn't need to. I didn't need to. Lean Back was #1 on something.
Not that long.
But it wasn't no 40 nothing weeks.
No.
Lean Back was dope for a summer.
Oh, to the east. That stupid shit up.
That's like one of my least favorite Remy verses.
Yeah. And she's a battle rapper. But anyway, either way.
And that's fun. The funny thing is bringing Remy out for whatever song and then having Remy do her verse to Annie Up and Ja going, that's not your fucking song.
Oh, that what he said?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's not because he's not on that song.
No.
Ugh.
But I guess because Remy's his artist.
Ugh.
Fuck no. See, that's my problem with verses. I feel like they
Change the rules. That what he said?
how do people really fuck with Swiss is my question.
What you mean?
As far as getting motherfucking, it's so many rappers. Like it's a lot of rappers,
Right.
a lot of singers. But like when you talking about rap, it's a lot of rappers with if they don't have 20 number ones with features and all this other shit, they have 20 noticeable songs.
Right.
20 bangers, 20 club bangers.
Right.
If you was a rapper that was around for 10, 20 years, you
bangers.
got 20 club bangers.
Yeah.
Or 20 songs that was in rotation. Might not have been a number one, might not even crack Billboard, but it was on the radio somewhere.
Right.
Right? Why y'all having trouble putting people together?
Well, but also, okay, so I think you got to think about this. You got to think about how much money they offer the artists because they are paying these people to be out there. So some people, maybe their offer or whatever might be a little too high, or maybe the whole embarrassment of it being supposedly a versus saying who lost. Because after the Fat Joe Ja Rule, and Dipset locks, people's like
Nigga,
Losh washed them. People like Ja Rule washed them. So
Fat Joe
you don't want to be attached to that.
was on the motherfucking stage with the confidence of 10 Jada kisses. This nigga out his mouth said, it's a wash. And I agreed with him. I was like, yeah, nigga, you getting washed. He out his mouth said it's 3-0. The first 3 songs. I'm like, dog, I don't even know 2 of the songs you played. How the hell do you think you winning this battle?
Well, I gotta check it out because I might know him, but I gotta check him out.
Dog.
I gotta check him out.
If you know him, you know him.
Yeah, that's it. I know. I mean, Flojo wasn't no hit song.
Not only that's his first song. That's the first song he played.
Well, but I mean, that wasn't no hit. That was just a single.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying though. We talking about like I don't none of Joe shit.
Deep cover? Did he play deep cover?
Yeah, he played deep cover. None of Joe shit before 2000 is worth bringing up in a versus because he wasn't really that guy back then.
Nope, never been.
Pun was the nigga in Terror Squad before Pun passed. And then even when Pun passed, all the other niggas in Terror Squad, motherfucking Cuban Link, motherfucking who's the other nigga?
Triple Sage, Tony Sunshine.
That nigga, them niggas. Them was the niggas that you was pushing in the forefront. Motherfuckers barely heard you rap. And when they did,
I mean, yeah, Jealous One still envy. I'm just saying, dog. Well, I mean, a point taken.
listen, Fat Joe is my guy.
He's an honorable mention type nigga. He's an honorable mention.
Fat Joe is a guy that you don't do Fat Joe versus such and such. You do Terror Squad versus such and such. Because that's what Fat Joe's gonna do anyway. Unless he brings out nigga, he brought out fucking Dre from Cool and Dre and played one of the new songs they got. They don't nobody know what the fuck that shit is.
So excited. Yeah,
that's so excited bullshit. Bro, don't nobody listen to that shit. Don't nobody know what the fuck that is.
He dropped that like a year or two ago.
Nigga, this supposed to be y'all supposed to be playing classics, nigga. You playing So excited. That shit didn't go nowhere. 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 You sit Drake tall ass down, go back and make beats, nigga. That wasn't the one.
That wasn't the one.
And I'm talking harshly, but I like them niggas, man. I like Terror Squad. I'm mad because they didn't play Take Me Home. But even if they did, it would have just been they playing it just for, oh hell yeah, that's my shit. And then Ja Rule just comes out and plays fucking Where Would I Be Without My Baby? Bruh, game over.
Mm-hmm.
And then they did New York at the end, so yeah, that was cool.
Because that We Are the World record.
Right. And that kind of makes me think that's what they doing with verses. Like, get niggas that was on songs together so that at the end they can do the song that they did together. But I'm tired of
Did you know Jeezy and Gucci gonna go on tour?
yeah, and they'll be in Jacksonville, and I will not be there because Jeezy and Gucci Mane might be on good terms, but Jeezy fans and Gucci fans ain't, and I don't want to be nowhere where them niggas are. Sorry, but shout out to them niggas for squashing that beef and being able to get money together. Now they on somebody else's tour, but hell, y'all on the same ticket. It's a start. All right, let's run through these shits real quick. Rolling Stone releases his greatest 500 songs of all time.
Would love to check it out. Hope it doesn't leave all the shits I like.
Respect is number one. It was number one last year. It was number one the year before. It'll probably be number one next year too.
What, from Aretha Franklin?
Yeah, that's all I care about. As long as that shit stays at number one, I don't give a fuck about the rest of the list.
All right.
You start putting Elvis Presley in number two, number one, in the top five, then I got a problem. I haven't really checked out the list. I just I put that on the list like 5 minutes before you walked in here.
Nah, I know.
So yeah, but it's something to mention. Kendrick Lamar registers 30 plus songs on ASCAP.
Let's go. Let's go. I need that in my life. I feel like there's a lot of lackluster hip hop.
This album is gonna be amazing. I ain't even heard it yet. Album of the year.
No, whoever's cranking out beats for his cousin and whatever, the beats are stupid. I don't know what.
Hell yeah!
Like the beats has been crazy. So
and you know what? It's two other songs with Kendrick verses on Baby King.
Yeah, and that Range Brothers.
Yeah, I gotta check them out. Naomi Osaka is taking an indefinite break from tennis after her U.S. Open loss. This was like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Take your break.
Yeah, take your break, man.
Work on your mental health. Do what you gotta do.
The weight of the world is on your shoulders to win every time, and just because you don't win does not mean you fell off. Sometimes you just have a bad day, which is something that I guess the world just doesn't understand.
Facts. The Baby Lonely video drops, and in the video, he's bringing awareness to mental health.
I'm gonna check that out tonight. Hopefully.
Have you heard the song?
Nah.
Oh, bruh.
He's going in.
When I tell you, I like the Baby.
He can't rap.
From the time he first came out to now, he has grown into one of my, if not favorite, more likable new artists. You know what I'm saying? And just me saying it that way is still the old nigga in me fighting to say that I don't like. It's the old nigga in me is like, I can't really just say that this one of my favorite artists, nigga, because I'm fucking 38 and I can't. Hell no, nigga. Hell no, nigga.
Like real rap niggas.
Nah, it's Jay-Z, Royce the 5'9". Nah, nigga. Lil Baby is turning into one of my, not Lil Baby, Da Baby. Lil Baby too. They turning into one of my favorite rappers. Just straight off of music.
Okay.
Period. I wouldn't put him in my top 10, 15, 20. I can have 25 favorite rappers though.
You can.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
But they moving up there just because nigga they grind And this song coming off of what the fuck he just been through. And then, nigga, when you talk about lyrics, listen to this song.
I'll check it out.
Listen to this song. You can talk about his cadence and he got one flow all you want to. The shit this nigga say, he talking about, you know, his brother committing suicide and shit like that. Shit that has substance. Come on, man. Come on. And Meg the Stallion is up for lyrics of the year. Nicki Minaj is facing. Oh no. Well, yeah. Pop Smoke's grave was vandalized by some hoe ass niggas.
Yeah. Niggas just disrespectful.
Hoe ass shit.
It is.
And it's just like, why?
Yeah, like what's the point?
Nicki Minaj facing backlash for saying her cousin's friend's testicles was swollen after he got the COVID shot, and that's the reason that she hasn't taken the vaccine.
The Trinidadian government said something about it.
Nigga,
something?
Trinidad, UK, and US.
Had something to say about her tweet.
Everybody on her ass, dog.
And she said, I'm leaving Twitter forever. I mean, man, it's like some opinions, and you know what? She has the right to opinion if she says that happened.
Here's my thing about this.
Maybe it happened. I don't know.
Anybody, it's the whole vaccination thing, bro. Anybody that is coming out with any reasons for people to question
they hopping on your
the
ass.
vaccine, it's World War III on y'all niggas.
So I wanted to, now we brought it up before. You brought it up before that women who are pregnant or whatever, they get the vaccine, they have like a harsher administration.
Yeah. No, just women, period.
Yeah, that happened for real at my house. So just let you know, like,
so her the cramps was
more extreme. Yeah. So you know, just it's real stuff out there. But side effects are real.
But right there is just
better not say
people
no shit.
Ain't bullshitting when they telling you this stuff, and the government is trying to just silence all of that shit. Like, here, just take the shit and don't worry about the adverse effects. No, nigga. You not just finna shoot some shit up in me, and I don't know what the fuck is gonna happen to me. Because y'all don't know what the fuck is gonna happen to me. You only tested this shit for 6 months. What the fuck happens 2 years down the line?
You fuck around talking about a booster shot.
Bruh, that and
booster
I don't like speaking shit in existence because people I loved and took this fucking shot. So I can't really, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to say nothing, like, because I don't want to make it sound like I'm speaking shit in existence. But motherfucker, what if I'm worried? You know what I'm saying? If they worry about me, I'm worried about them. You worry about me, I'm worried about you. You know what I'm saying? But like, what they got is division and niggas looking down on each other for whether you decide to take the vaccine or not. It really shouldn't matter. Because if you taking care of yourself, whether you got the vaccine or you don't, shouldn't matter. If we taking care of what we need to take care of, that shit shouldn't matter. How do you get rid of the fucking disease? Fucking do what you got to do to stop spreading it. Keep yourself protected from it. Whether that's through the vaccine or through personal motherfucking care. Washing your fucking hands like we've been doing, covering your face, staying the fuck away from people. You know, not touching every motherfucking thing and then touching your face, even though they said that's bullshit. Still, be precautious.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, come on, man. Come on. Like, yeah. Rick Ross wants black people to golf more.
Do that shit, dog.
Tiger Woods.
It's all good, y'all.
Tiger Woods. And then Rick Ross also gifted his son a Wingstop franchise for his 16th birthday. That's the shit.
That's black economics. That's generational wealth.
That's generational wealth. I ain't finna give you a car, nigga. I'm gonna give you a business. I'm gonna give you residual income for your birthday. Buy your own fucking car.
Mm-hmm.
And then run this goddamn business so that you can take care of yourself so that when your son gets 16, you can buy him you can give him a Wingstop.
Just like that.
Just like that. GA Georgia. GA. Georgia judge rules Ahmaud Arbery's past legal issues can't be used as evidence in the trial of his killers.
Like duh, motherfucker. How this is how dumbass this system is. How can what a man did before he died affect the trial when this nigga got murdered by some overzealous
Because
ass
they
white
trying to
people?
justify the reason that these
Yeah,
3 civilians chased him down and killed
shot
him.
Like, no,
Like,
you gotta be joking.
like this wasn't even the police. These was 3 random niggas, random crackers, chased him down and killed him. And y'all's trying to justify this shit. And then fuck this little former DA bitch. She just got arrested for her role in trying to cover that shit up.
Yep.
Fuck him! Fuck him up against the wall!
You know that's not what I meant to press.
You going to jail now!
Okay,
you going to jail now!
Let's go, nigga.
You going to jail!
Yeah. See your ass in jail, bitch.
Hey, the whole shit just smells bad, man. Down south, racist ass white folks in power trying to cover up another black man's murder.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. It's good to see some type of positive news. Like I said, you deserve every jail ass whooping.
Right.
Every time somebody got a shank, they should be poking your ass the fuck up. So
Dog, it's like we said last week. Fuck that death penalty bullshit. Let me be the warden. We gonna stick your ass in jail, and then we gonna stick Big Susie in there with you.
for real.
And her only rule is that bitch can't die.
That's it. Shoot.
That bitch can't die.
Being that bitch fucking with you for no reason.
Anything else, have at it.
Cold. Hey,
That should be
man,
your whole sentence.
be in the middle of a hot shower, turn that shit cold. Just do some shit just to fuck with you every day.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. The Robert E. Lee statue in Richmond, Virginia came down.
Yeah, tear that shit down.
And I know we was just talking about the vaccine shit, but it's the stupidest shit I heard all week. So, in the event of a hurricane, per y'all's president, the most important thing, the most important step in hurricane preparedness, get that vaccine.
That's what he said.
Shut the fuck up! This nigga said the most important step in hurricane preparedness is getting the fucking vaccine.
Look,
Not making sure that your fucking windows are boarded up.
Nope.
Not making sure that you have non-perishables just in case your motherfucking lights go out. Not making sure that your goddamn perishables are stored somewhere so that or eaten up so that they don't spoil in the event the fucking lights go out. Not making sure you got a generator in the event the light goes out.
get that vaccine.
Get that shot, dog.
Hey, at the end of the day, still, dog, we got some dumbass people in power. And
Nigga.
It's like we do, nigga.
What the fuck?
That's some dumbass people in power.
Motherfucker.
Nigga, shit like a badass comedy movie.
This nigga ain't been president for a year.
Hey, I already know. You know what's so crazy though? With 45, he had a hateful racist ass outtakes and stupid shit that he was saying. This nigga here just said some old dumb, outlandish dementia type shit.
Because he demented.
Yeah.
Look at y'all. Y'all fucking voted in geriatric Joe. Nigga, if this ain't the wake up call to stop voting in all these old senior citizens to lead us, nigga, come on.
Yeah.
Come on. And I'm not this ain't a diss to senior citizens because there's wisdom in the elderly. You know what I'm saying? Especially of the ones that can function. You know, your elders are elders that are
Joe just not one of them.
Huh?
Joe just not one of them.
You know, he just not one of them. This nigga is senile.
He is dog.
You know what I'm saying? But like, come on, man. We got elders like I'm not even because I'm gonna say Judge Joe Brown,
Yeah.
who got a good head on his shoulder, but he ain't going nowhere in politics. But I'm just saying, like, we have elders who we can look to for wisdom, to fucking advise.
Right.
Like that's what, like, nigga, when you had that young king, there was always a room full of old niggas telling him what he should or shouldn't do. But in the end, it was still his decision.
Still.
Right. But there was still these old niggas that was there like, sir, your highness, this might be the wise way to go. This might be the more efficient way to go. This might be the more costly way to go. But this one to get the people motivated. You know what I'm saying? It's niggas, like, use them for that. But stop voting these niggas in office. Because they get old and they age start to fucking show. And now, yeah, you got your president falling upstairs.
Falling up the stairs and shit.
All right, man. Look, black owned business feature. Tronus official. 100% black owned. The first sneaker company in history that's owned by a female athlete, Santia Deck. Check her out. These shoes are dope. I just ran across them on Instagram. Cool. These are some nice shoes in that same vein of athletic footwear. You know, so like I'm saying, we do have black-owned companies that can provide you with the dope shit that you want. Y'all just gotta, give them a chance. Buy a pair, put them on your feet, do the little hop test, do the little tightness test. Shit.
There we go.
Wear them out. These shoes is dope, man. What these shits? Oh, this the video. I guess you see them pulling them out.
I'll check them out.
Hell yeah. Them shit's hard.
Yeah, those is nice.
So, yeah. That's it, y'all. That's it. And again, we want to all be like Fat Joe and attack every day with the confidence of 10 Jada kisses.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't win. But if you ask that nigga, he won. And he smoked Ja Rule. Like, Ja Rule didn't win not a single round.
In his opinion.
In his mind. Live in love like it's your last. Live in love like it's all you have.
Yes, sir.
This has been the Fuck That Shit Dog podcast.
We out, nigga.